Hey everyone, this is Tony Teaches Tech. I'm Tony, and in this video I'm going to show you how to update Ubuntu to the latest version. In this case, I'm going to go from 18.04 to 20.04, so if that's something you want to learn how to do, let's go ahead and take a look at the tutorial. Okay, I'm going to log into my Ubuntu server at this IP address, and when we log in, you'll see that there is a new release available, and we can do the do release upgrade command in order to upgrade it. So before we do that, I just want to show you, like, as we are right now, what the version is and the version when we finish. So let's do, to check the current version, we can do cat etc lsb-release, and you'll see that we are indeed running Ubuntu 20. We're not running Ubuntu 20.04, we're running Ubuntu 18.04, and we will upgrade to Ubuntu 20.04. So let's go ahead and execute the do release upgrade command. And this is going, just making sure that everything's still the same, that is the latest available version of the operating system. And it is. So this first step here is saying, do you want to create an additional SSH daemon in case something goes wrong, right? They're going to open up a new port that you can SSH into at port 1022. And I'm going to say yes. And I'll show you what that does in a second here. So I'll hit yes, and then that has been opened. So I'm going to open up a new terminal window here and just show you that we can now SSH in with the port, which is -P1022. And then my user is root at the IP address 45.79.67.70. Okay, and then there we go. So we're logged in via SSH. With another port, and again, that's just in case something goes wrong with port 22. So we'll get out of here. We don't really need to do anything with that right now. So let's go ahead and continue with the installation. So we can continue, hit enter, and now it's going to, make sure everything's up to date, all the packages are up to date that we're looking at on the system, and go through the installation process. So throughout this video, I'll update you with whenever something exciting happens on the screen where you need to actually put some user input into the terminal window. Other than that, I will pause the video just so you don't have to sit through this. This will probably take between 10 and 15, maybe 20 minutes, depending on how fast your operating system is. So here, we got some user input here. This is saying, do you want to rewrite your sources.list file? For most of these options, we will continue with the positive option, meaning yes, but if you want to change that for whatever your purposes are, then feel free to do that. So we will continue with Y, typing Y, hit enter. And like I said, I will pause the video until there is the need for user input. All right, I'm back, and it looks like Ubuntu has figured out what it needs to update, what it needs to get rid of. So basically, there are 16 packages that are no longer supported, so it's going to get rid of those. In addition to these 4 other packages, which are going to be removed, there's 132 packages that are going to be installed and 455 packages that are going to be upgraded. This is a total size of 343 megabytes. They're estimating 43 minutes on a 1 megabit DSL connection and 13 hours on a 56 kilobit modem. Like I said, this will vary depending on your internet speed and your resources on your system as far as RAM and CPU. But in my experience, this has taken me on a Linode VPS server around 10 to 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and continue. Type Y, hit enter, and we will pause, and I'll catch back up with you in a second. Okay, I'm back, and we got this screen here that's saying pretty much in essence, do you want the installer to automatically restart services as it's updating them if they need to be restarted? And this is going to depend on if you have anything critical running on your server, as far as maybe like a website or some other service that is dependent, other people are dependent on. Because I don't have much going on the server, I will just select the yes option to automatically restart as the installation happens. But again, if you have something like a production server that you're updating, you might not want to select that choice. So we'll let that run, and I'll catch back up with you in a few seconds. Okay, at this point, it's asking us for our keyboard layout. I have an English keyboard from the United States, so I'm going to pick that option. You can move around with your arrow keys. I'll hit enter to select that, and again, confirmation of that English US keyboard, hit enter. And it looks like it's failed to pre-configure that. I did run into this before, so if you do see the fact that the keyboard layout won't allow you to get past this point, you'll just continue going through the loop. Try it again, and this time it did work. But if it doesn't work for you the second, third, fourth time, whatever it is, then just cancel out of that and you'll be asked about the keyboard later on in the installation process. So we'll let this run and I'll catch back up with you in a second. Okay, for this prompt, we have a choice between version 3.0, 4.0, and the latest for configuring LDX. Their recommendation for a stable production version is 4.0, which is the default option here. I'm going to go and again, unless you have another reason to choose something, choose the latest or 3.0, but I'm going to go with 4.0 in this case. Okay, and moving along here, as we saw before, there are 46 packages that are going to be removed. This is just the final confirmation of that. If you wanted to look at the details, you could type D to see which ones are going to be removed here. So we want to continue, so type Y to continue, hit enter, and those packages will be removed. Okay guys, last step of the process here, the installation has finished. Now we just have to reboot the system in order for the changes to be applied. So type Y, hit enter. You will get knocked off of your SSH session if that's how you started this tutorial. And this will take maybe 30 seconds for it to boot back up. But instead of waiting, I'll pause the video and then I'll SSH when it's finished. Okay, and we should be able to log back in via SSH right now. So let's go ahead and try that out. And we have successfully done that. So just like we did in the beginning, it says it up here, welcome to Ubuntu 20.04-1 or .1 for the version of the operating system. Let's go ahead and check the version with LSB release. So we can do a cat etc LSB release, hit enter, and indeed we are running Ubuntu 20.04, successfully upgraded from 18.04. Now the thing is, if you have something like Ubuntu 16.04 that you want to update to 20.04, you have to go through the process of updating from 16.04 to 18.04 first, and then 18.04 to 20.04 after that. So similar process. If you have any questions about that in general or anything that we covered in this video, let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to help you out. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe for more from me in the future. And if you do, I'll see you in the next one.